Sometimes, the most powerful decisions we make are the quiet ones. You don't slam the door. You don't send a final message explaining yourself. You just stop. Not because of anger. Not because of pride, but because you finally see it for what it is. You were the only one holding that connection together. That realization doesn't hit like a punch. It's more like a slow, steady wave that finally reaches the shore after building for a long time. You sit with it, you breathe through it, and then you just stop reaching out. At first nothing seems different. She doesn't flinch. Life carries on the same way it always has. She posts, she scrolls, she laughs, she looks good doing it. To her, it's just another day. No text from you. Must be busy. No call. Probably tired. Silence at first doesn't even register as a problem. It just feels like a normal pause, like maybe you're giving her space. She doesn't feel the weight of it yet, but silence is patient. It creeps in, not like a storm, but like a season slowly changing. It doesn't demand attention right away. It sits in the background, waiting for the right moment to be noticed. And the crazy part is that she doesn't feel it when you leave. She feels it when she realizes you're not coming back. That's when it hits her. You're not reaching. You're not explaining. You're not chasing. And that's when the silence turns from background noise to something sharp and undeniable. And while she's out there thinking it's just another normal day, you're out here doing something rare, reclaiming your peace. That's the shift. That's the moment when everything starts to change, not in anger, not in desperation, but in calm, steady strength. It doesn't start with heartbreak, it starts with confusion. At first, she's not missing you. She's noticing the shift. The absence of your presence feels off, but not painful yet. She picks up her phone out of habit, expecting that message you always used to send, that little check-in that made her feel seen, but nothing's there. No notification. No preview of your name lighting up the screen. It's not dramatic, it's subtle. Like waking up and realizing your favorite song isn't playing in the background anymore. Just quiet, and that quiet makes her pause. She tells herself it's nothing. Maybe you're just busy. Maybe you're having an off week. She even laugh it off at first, distract herself with conversations from other people, or scroll a little longer on her feed, pretending it's not bothering her. But that feeling won't go away. It lingers like a song stuck in her head. A feeling she can't quite explain but also can't fully ignore. What happens next isn't panic, it's the beginning of self-doubt. She starts replaying the last few conversations you had. The last call. The way things ended. Was there a moment she missed? Did you say something that hinted at this withdrawal? Suddenly, she starts questioning what she thought was solid ground. Because when you were constantly there, it gave her confidence, stability, control. Now that you've gone silent, that confidence has a crack running through it. And here's where it shifts. Silence doesn't just stay absent, it starts asking questions she doesn't want to answer. Did she overestimate her hold on you? Did she underestimate yours on her? That first quiet doubt is the real beginning, not of missing you, but of realizing she doesn't know how much you mattered until the noise you brought is replaced by silence she can't escape. The world keeps moving, but something about it feels different now. She still gets attention, still gets compliments, still has people in her DMs, but it all feels hollow. At first, she tries to drown out that strange emptiness by staying busy. Nights out with friends, endless scrolling, posting selfies with captions meant to sound unbuttered. To everyone watching, it looks like she's thriving, but underneath it all, she knows something's missing. And it's not the attention, it's the connection. You gave her something those likes and comments can't provide. You gave her presence. You weren't just a text in her phone, you were stability in a world full of temporary people. You knew how to sit with her feelings, how to calm her storms, how to understand her without her needing to explain herself. That kind of presence isn't common. And now that it's gone, everything else feels loud but meaningless. She starts noticing the difference in small moments. A funny meme she would have sent you now just sits on her phone. A story she would have told you stays untold. The conversations she has with others don't feel the same because no one else listens like you did. No one reacts the way you used to. No one makes her feel fully seen. That contrast is sharp. And it grows sharper the more she tries to ignore it. Even when she's surrounded by people, there's an echo of you everywhere she turns. And the more she tries to replace that feeling, the more frustrated she becomes. Because what she's searching for isn't new, it's familiar. And that familiarity, it's you. No amount of attention from anyone else can fill the quiet you left behind. And when the noise dies down, she's left with the one thing she can't: outrun your absence. As more time passes, the emotions start shifting. At first, it was confusion, then frustration, but now something deeper starts creeping in: guilt, not loud, not dramatic, just this slow, creeping awareness that maybe she didn't appreciate what she had when it was right in front of her. The things you used to do, the consistency, the patience, the way you listened without judgment, it all starts replaying in her mind, but now with a different filter. Before, it was normal, expected, almost taken for granted. Now it feels rare, precious, gone. It's not that you were perfect, and she knows that. But what's starting to hit is the realization that you were real. You were solid in a way that no one else around her has been. You didn't show up only when it was convenient, and you didn't play emotional games. You just showed up fully, consistently, without her needing to ask. And that kind of presence, that's not something people forget easily. But here's where it gets tricky: her mind doesn't just replay the reality. It starts rewriting it. The arguments you two had, the little annoyances, the misunderstandings, they start to fade into the background. What stands out now are the moments you made her laugh when she didn't want to smile. The late-night conversations where you made her feel understood. The little things you did without making a big deal out of them. The comfort you brought to her life now feels more valuable than ever. It's not just that she misses you. It's that she misses the version of herself that existed with you. The way she felt in your presence, the way you made her feel steady when everything else felt unstable. Now the memories start feeling better than the reality she's living. And that realization cuts deeper than she expected. Eventually, she breaks. Not fully, not obviously, but in small, subtle ways. She doesn't send a long apology or a direct message pouring her heart out, not yet. Instead, she tests the waters. Watching your story a little longer than usual. Liking an old photo she knows you'll notice. Maybe she sends a meme or a song. Something casual enough to pass off as harmless, but deep down it's not harmless at all. It's a signal. A question hidden inside a joke. Are you still there? Most men don't recognize it for what it is. They get excited. They respond right away. They fall for the bait. But you don't. You've learned by now that silence is not passive, it's intentional. It's not about ignoring her out of spite. It's about honoring yourself by refusing to chase someone who made you feel like you had to earn their attention in the first place. Your silence becomes more than just absence, it becomes clarity. No arguments, no explanations, no emotional outbursts, just calm, just distance. And that's when it truly hits her. She wasn't expecting this kind of stillness. She thought you'd bite, that you'd give her a sign you were still available, still waiting, but you didn't. And in that moment, she doesn't just feel regret, she feels something heavier: closure. This isn't the kind of closure that comes from words. It's the kind that comes from understanding that the door isn't locked, just been gently closed by someone who finally learned how to walk away with peace. And that kind of silence echoes louder than any goodbye ever could. It's not about making her hurt, it's about finally choosing yourself. And in that choice, you didn't just lose her, she lost you. And this time, it's permanent.